You're walking through the terminal. You feel pretty good about your outfit. Comfortable jeans, your favorite ankle boots, a cute layered top, the chunky necklace your mom gave you. You think you look put together. Travel ready, then you hit the security line. The agent waves you forward. You step through the scanner. Beep, pulled aside, pat down. Your boots come off, then your belt, then your jacket. Behind you, the line groans. The agent isn't making eye contact anymore, and somewhere in the corner of your mind, you start to wonder if it's something you're wearing. It is. And if you'd hit subscribe right now and tap that notification bell, you'd get every airport secret I share before your next flight. So go ahead, do that real quick. I'll wait. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I've been flying for years. I dress how I want. Nobody's ever said anything to me. You're probably right. Nobody says anything because they can't. But I can. I'm Jess. I flew for 16 years with a major U.S. airline. I left that job 2 years ago, which means I can finally tell you what every flight attendant, gate agent, and TSA officer notices the moment you walk into the terminal. We are watching what you wear. Not to judge you, to predict you. Your outfit tells us if you'll be a problem at security, if you'll be cold and miserable on the flight, if you'll need help, if you'll be the passenger we remember for all the wrong reasons. And in 2026, with new scanners, stricter dress enforcement on certain fares, and tighter boarding windows than ever, what you wear matters more than it ever has. So today, I'm walking you through 10 things you should never, ever wear to the airport. Some of these will surprise you. One of them is something I see on almost every single flight. Let's start with the one that holds up the security line more than anything else. Number 1, knee-high boots, lace-up boots, or anything that takes more than 5 seconds to remove. You think you look great. You probably do. But the second you reach the scanner and the agent says, "Please remove your footwear. You're now standing on one foot in a public airport trying to unzip a boot that's hugging your calf. Behind you, 20 people are waiting. The agent is staring. You're sweating. Here's what you need to understand. Even with newer scanners, certain shoes still trigger a manual check. Anything with a thick sole, metal hardware, or a tall shaft. And when you have to sit down, untie laces, or peel a boot off your leg, you're not just slowing yourself down. You're slowing every single person behind you. Gate agents notice. Flight attendants notice. The whole boarding clock notices. What to wear instead. Slip-on sneakers, low-profile loafers, or running shoes with laces you've already loosened. If you love your boots, pack them in your carry-on and wear them at your destination. That's it. Your boots are not worth the meltdown at security. Number 2, anything with metal hardware. Studded belts, chunky buckles, jackets covered in zippers, jeans with rivets the size of quarters, bras with thick underwire. You walk through the scanner. Beep. You go back. You take off your belt. Beep. You take off your jacket. Beep. Now they're running a wand over you and asking if there's anything in your pockets you forgot about. Most travelers don't realize how sensitive the body scanners are now. The technology updated quietly over the last few years, and what used to slide through doesn't anymore. Metal accents on clothing are flagged more aggressively than they were even 3 years ago. I watched a woman in Newark last winter get pulled aside 3 times in a row because of the decorative studs on her jacket. 3 times. She missed her boarding group. What to wear instead? Soft fabrics, elastic waistbands, or fabric belts. A simple bra without heavy underwire if you can manage it. If you must wear a belt, pull it off before you reach the conveyor and put it in your bag, not the bin. Save yourself the pat-down. Number 3, skinny jeans. I know, they're cute, they're flattering, they're everywhere. But on a flight longer than 2 hours, skinny jeans turn into a slow-motion torture device. Here's what's happening on your body up there. The cabin pressure is lower than what you're used to on the ground, which means your body retains more water, your feet swell, your ankles swell, your legs swell. Now imagine all of that happening inside a pair of denim pants that were already tight when you put them on at sea level. By hour 3, you're tugging at your waistband. By hour 6, you're cutting off your own circulation. By hour 10, you stand up and your legs feel like they belong to someone else. What to wear instead? Soft joggers, stretchy travel pants, or wide-leg trousers in a stretchy fabric, anything with an elastic or drawstring waist. You're not on a runway. You're sitting in a tube at 35,000 feet. Comfort wins every single time. Before I move on, real quick, if you're finding this useful, hit that like button. It tells me to keep making videos like this, and it tells the algorithm to show this to other travelers who need to hear it before their next flight. Okay, moving on. Number 4, shorts. I will say this as kindly as I can. Please stop wearing shorts on flights. I know it feels logical. You're flying somewhere warm. You want to be comfortable. You don't want to overheat. Here's the thing. Airplanes are cold, not chilly. Cold. The cabin is intentionally kept at a low temperature for safety and equipment reasons, and on a long flight, that cold air blowing down on your bare legs for 10 hours will wreck you. I have seen grown adults shivering under those thin airline blankets, asking me for a second one, a third one, anything I could give them, and I had nothing to give. We run out. But there's a second reason, hygiene. Those seats are cleaned, sure, but not the way you think, not between every flight. Your bare skin is touching a surface that hundreds of strangers have touched that week. Pants give you a barrier, shorts do not. What to wear instead? Lightweight pants you can roll up at your destination. Joggers, loose linen pants if you're going somewhere tropical. Save the shorts for after you land. Number 5, strong perfume or cologne. Yes, I'm counting this as something you wear, because it travels with you, and on a plane, it doesn't just travel, it haunts. Here's what most people don't understand. The cabin air recirculates. It's filtered, but the scent of your perfume gets pushed through that system and settles on everyone around you for the entire flight. The passenger in front of you, the passenger behind you, the flight attendants walking the aisle. We can't escape it. And for someone with a migraine condition, asthma, or pregnancy nausea, your signature scent is a medical issue. I worked a flight from Atlanta to Paris where a woman in business class had clearly bathed in her perfume before boarding. By hour 2, 3 different passengers had asked to be moved. By hour 4, the woman next to her was vomiting into a sick bag. The crew was helpless. What to wear instead? Nothing. Or a tiny dab of something subtle that fades within an hour. Save the full scent for your destination after you've showered and changed. Your seatmates will quietly thank you. Number 6, jumpsuits, rompers, overalls, or anything that requires you to fully undress to use the bathroom. I know they look adorable. I know you packed it specifically because you wanted to feel cute stepping off the plane. But airplane bathrooms are roughly the size of a phone booth, and the second you have to peel off a one-piece outfit in there, you will regret every decision that led you to that moment. There's also a hygiene angle here. When your jumpsuit straps fall off your shoulders in an airplane lavatory, they touch surfaces you do not want to think about. The walls, the floor, the door. And then you put that fabric back on your body for the rest of the flight. What to wear instead? 2 pieces, always. A top and a bottom that work independently. You can adjust, layer, change in the bathroom without performing a full circus act. Save the jumpsuit for when you land. Number 7. Bold political clothing, offensive graphics, or anything with aggressive language printed on it. This one is going to feel controversial, but stay with me. You have every right to your beliefs. You have every right to express them. But the airport is one of the most heavily monitored, tightly regulated public spaces in the country, and certain clothing has been used as grounds to deny boarding. It's happened. It happens more often than the news reports. Airlines have wide discretion over who they allow on their aircraft, and a shirt that's interpreted as threatening, even if you don't mean it that way, can end your trip before it starts. I worked a flight once where a passenger boarded in a shirt with extremely graphic language. The captain made the call. He was off the plane in 3 minutes. He missed his sister's wedding. What to wear instead? Anything neutral. A plain top, a solid color, a simple pattern. Save the statement piece for when you arrive. The airport is not the hill to die on. Quick interruption. If you're still here with me, you're exactly the kind of traveler I love talking to. Please consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell. I post these insider videos every week, and I want you to catch the next one before your next flight. Okay, back to it. Number 8, contact lenses on long flights. Yes, I'm including this. You wear them, they're part of your outfit, and they cause more problems than almost anything else I've listed. Cabin air is bone dry. The humidity in an aircraft cabin is lower than what you'd find in most deserts. Your eyes notice this within an hour. If you're wearing contacts, the lenses dry out, your eyes get red and irritated, and on a long-haul flight, you can end up with a corneal abrasion. That's a scratch on your eye that takes days to heal and can require antibiotics. I worked a flight from Los Angeles to Tokyo, where a young woman fell asleep in her contacts. She woke up 4 hours later, unable to open her left eye without pain. We met paramedics at the gate in Tokyo. Her vacation started in an emergency clinic. What to wear instead? Glasses. Pack the contacts in your carry-on and put them in once you've landed and rehydrated. Bring eye drops either way. Your eyes will hold up so much better. Number 9, tight, restrictive shapewear. I want to be gentle here because I understand why people wear it, especially when they're traveling somewhere they want to feel confident. But shapewear on a long flight is genuinely dangerous. Here's why. The same circulation issues that cause your legs to swell on a flight are made dramatically worse by anything squeezing your midsection or thighs. Blood clots, specifically deep vein thrombosis, are a real risk on long flights, and tight shapewear restricts the blood flow that your body desperately needs while you're sitting still for hours. It's not theoretical. There's medical research on this. I had a passenger collapse in the aisle on a flight to London. She was in her 30s, healthy, no history of any condition. She'd worn shapewear under a dress for the entire flight. She survived, but the airline paramedics told her crew that the shapewear was almost certainly a contributing factor. What to wear instead? Soft, breathable layers. If you want to look polished when you land, pack a change of clothes in your carry-on and swap into them in the airport bathroom before you exit. You'll feel 1,000 times better. Number 10, and I saved this one for last because it's the one nobody talks about. Slippers, flip-flops, slides, or any footwear you can't run in. I know flip-flops feel like the ultimate travel shoe. Easy to slip off at security, cool on your feet, no laces. But here's what almost no passenger thinks about. In an actual emergency, you have to be able to move, fast, through a dark cabin, possibly over debris, possibly across a hot tarmac, possibly down an evacuation slide. Flip-flops fly off your feet the second you start running. Slippers slide on smooth surfaces. Slides offer zero protection. This isn't fear-mongering. Federal aviation safety guidance has specifically addressed footwear in emergency evacuations. The shoes you wear matter. The shoes flight attendants wear are required to meet certain standards for exactly this reason. Yours don't have to, but they should. I worked a flight that had to perform an emergency evacuation on the tarmac. Nothing dramatic, no fire, but everyone had to slide off the plane fast. 3 passengers lost their shoes coming down the slide. One of them cut her foot open running across the asphalt because she'd worn flip-flops. She finished her vacation in stitches. What to wear instead? Closed-toe shoes you can actually run in, sneakers, slip-on sneakers, anything that stays on your feet when you move. You can take them off in your seat once you're at cruising altitude. But during takeoff, landing, and taxi, your feet should be in real shoes. Okay, that's all 10. Real quick, if any of these surprised you, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you catch the next one. It genuinely helps me keep doing this. Let me pull all of this together. Here's what every one of these 10 things has in common. They're not about fashion. They're not about judgment. They're about understanding that the airport and the airplane are not the same as the world you live in on the ground. The air is drier, the pressure is different, the seats are smaller, the risks are real. And what you wear is the single easiest thing you can change to make the entire experience better. Let me recap fast. No tall boots or complicated shoes. No metal hardware on clothing. No skinny jeans. No shorts. No strong perfume. No jumpsuits or rompers. No offensive graphics or bold political clothing. No contact lenses on long flights. No tight shapewear. And no flip-flops or slippers. You don't have to change everything. Pick the one that surprised you most and fix that for your next flight. That's enough. Here's what to do before your next trip. Lay out your outfit the night before. Stand in front of the mirror and ask yourself, can I run in this? Can I sleep in this? Can I sit in this for 10 hours without wanting to cry? If the answer to any of those is no, change something. That's the whole rule. If you can run, sleep, and sit comfortably, you're ready. The flight attendant working your next flight is going to notice the passenger who walked on dressed to survive the trip. And I promise, that passenger gets treated differently. We see you, we remember you, we help you first when something goes wrong. Not because we're playing favorites, but because you've shown us you understand what this experience actually is. I'm Jess. Thanks for watching. And one last time, if this helped you at all, please subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. I'll see you on board.